Hi, Terry.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Nice to see you. It's been a long time.
Good. Yeah, you too.
You still over at Shemetta?
Oh no, I'm at with Mike Beach.
White Beach. Oh, nice. Nice. I chatted with him the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Talk shop about. Oh, there she
You can keep talking.
is. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Goodman. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Good morning, Ms. Gruca.
Good morning, Your Honor.
It is 9 o'clock on Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. This is courtroom number 1. I'm Judge Lisa Martin. Today is our civil and landlord tenant docket. If that is not what you're here for this morning, you are in the wrong courtroom. If you're not sure whether or not you're in the right courtroom, raise your hand. Mary Ann will get you into a breakout room and we'll figure out where you're supposed to be. Other than that, Mary Ann, who's matched and ready to go this morning?
Mr. Goodman is here and Janice Thomas is here.
Yes.
This is 211800GC Bright Financial versus Janice Thomas. Have your appearances, please, this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Goodman, P55670, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Thomas, I just need you to state your name for the record, please.
Janice Thomas.
Thank you, ma'am. Today is the day and time set for the first pretrial in this matter. Have the parties had an opportunity to speak this morning, or would they like to speak?
Judge, we talked, I called and spoke to Ms. Thomas late last week. I'm happy to talk again. I don't know that we could get anywhere. There's also a co-defendant, Ella Thomas. I'm not sure if she's present.
Excuse me.
Ella Thomas here.
You talked to Ella Thomas, not Janice Thomas.
Okay, I spoke to Ella then,
Mhm.
but I'm happy to talk to them again. We can certainly try and get the matter resolved.
Then what Mary Ann will do is open a breakout room. Both Ms. Thomases, you'll see an invitation to go into a breakout room. Please join Mr. Goodman in room number 1.
Yeah, okay. Oh, she said on Rochester.
Do you see a button on the screen to join the breakout room?
Yes.
Please go to breakout room number 1 with Mr. Goodman. Mr. Stidham, good to see you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nice to see you as well.
Is that it, Mary Ann? No one else is ready?
That's correct.
Ms. Gruca, I usually allow 15 minutes, so if your other side, Mr. Peterson's not here at 9:15, we'll call your case, okay?
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Greg.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor. Your Honor, I apologize for being a few minutes late. I got in a traffic snag.
It is okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Do you need to speak to one another, or are you ready to proceed with the second pretrial?
Your Honor, we're ready to proceed. We spoke yesterday.
Okay. This is 211803GC Golden Lion LLC versus J&T Towing, doing business as Crova Towing. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Greg Isladopolsky, P41-341, appearing for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thomas Stidham, P56504, appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Today is the day and time set for the second pretrial in this matter. The final pretrial in this matter, actually. The last time we were here, we opened discovery. Case was referred to case evaluation. Where are we this morning?
Your Honor, we had a case eval, but we're still within 28 days acceptance rejection period. That's why I'm not even sure what, if anything, we can do today. I spoke with brother counsel yesterday, so we have to wait until the end of the 28 days.
So the end of 28 days will put us where?
Tom, can you remind me when we had a case eval?
Yes, we, I believe we had the case eval, it was September 27th, Your Honor. And counsel is correct, and we actually addressed this yesterday, or we raised this issue yesterday with one another. And so I think we're still a couple weeks away few weeks away here.
So
I
the
think it'll
28
be-
days will put us on October 25th, so we can do one of two things. We can adjourn the final pretrial to November the 16th, or we can schedule a trial for November the 16th. Which do you think would be more beneficial?
Honestly, I believe a pretrial, Your Honor.
I agree, Your Honor.
Adjourn the pretrial?
Yes.
Adjourn the final pretrial to November the 16th, 2021 at 1 p.m. Anything else on behalf of the plaintiff?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendants?
No, Your Honor, other than there is one issue I hadn't even spoken to counsel. I was just, when I was looking at my notes this morning, there are a couple subpoenas I would like to issue to non-parties, and I did not do that during the discovery period. I was just asking or going to request the court if I could have a week or so to issue those subpoenas.
Your Honor, I have no objection. Brother counsel has been more than accommodating. We get along just fine. I have no issue with that.
Okay. You say you'll have that done within a week?
Yes, Judge. Just for records.
I'll make a notation. I'll make a notation in the file, Anything else, Mr. Stidham?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set. I'll see you back here on November 16th if you haven't resolved the matter.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Your
you,
Honor.
Judge. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Goodman is back with Ms. Thomas and Ms. Thomas. Are the parties ready in Bright versus Thomas?
Yes, we are, Judge.
Back on 211-800. I already have your appearances. The parties have had the opportunity to speak in the breakout room. Mr. Goodman, how are we proceeding this morning?
Judge, we were unable to resolve the matter, so we just need to proceed with the pretrial, get some dates and push the case forward.
Has there already been exchange of information between the parties?
Well, I mean, I attached to my complaint has the, how we arrive at the amount that's owed. But I don't need any information from the defendants. I'm not sure if they would need something from me. To me, this sounds like a financial inability to pay. But I'm certainly, if the
Okay,
court's
let's
inclined and they,
Ms. Thomas, were you starting to say something?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mayor.
That was someone unrelated to the case. Mr. Goodman, what were you saying?
I was saying, Judge, that from plaintiff's perspective, we don't really need to exchange any information, but if the defendants want something from us, we're certainly happy to provide it. So either a short period of discovery, if they need something. If not, then, just a date for a motion for summary disposition.
Ms. Thomas, are you looking for some documents from the plaintiff's office?
No.
Either one of you.
I'm sorry. I'm on here for a case number. It's 213.
Ma'am, no, Ms. Thomas? Ms.
Uh-huh.
Thomas on the phone. Stop talking for 1 second. I'm on another
Okay.
case with Janice Thomas and Ella Thomas.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's okay. The Ms. Thomases that are in the courthouse.
Uh-huh. Yes, I'm in the courthouse.
Is there anything that you need from Mr. Goodman in this matter? Any documents?
No,
Just the date that we purchased the car, I guess.
just the date that we purchased the car.
Was it 2017, you said?
That information was on the lease that's attached to the summons and complaint.
Okay. The other paper.
Okay.
That would have been October 3rd, 2017.
Okay.
So what Mr. Goodman has asked for is a motion date. We can schedule the final pretrial and a motion date of November the 16th, 2021 at 1:00 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be getting
What'll
some.
happen is that I'm sorry?
I'll be getting a letter in the mail.
You'll be getting a notice in mail from the court. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Goodman?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Janice Thomas?
No,
Anything
No.
else, Ms. Ella Thomas?
no.
Thank you. We are all set. I'll see you back here in November.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.
You're welcome. Good morning, Mr. Brent.
Good morning.
I haven't seen your other side as of yet.
No, still waiting.
Deidre Thomas.
Yes, I'm on here, well, my name is Kay Golston, I'm sorry, but I got it up there as, Deidre Thomas is Kay Golston, I'm sorry.
Your name is Kay Golston. Is that what you said?
Yes,
Your case is scheduled at 9:30.
okay, thank you, okay, no problem,
You can stay where you are.
okay.
I haven't seen the attorney yet for Synchrony Bank, okay? Ms. Gruca, this is 210525GC, CKS Prime Investments versus Derek Peterson.
Good morning again, Your Honor.
Today is the day and time set for the final pretrial and the plaintiff's motion for summary disposition in this matter. Ms. Gruca, how do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, based upon the defendant's failure to appear, as you just stated, today is also the date and time scheduled for our motion for summary. If you'd like, I can place a short argument on the record in regards to requesting that a judgment be entered pursuant to our motion, or if you'd like, we can proceed in another fashion.
And the short argument on your motion, please.
Yes. Terry Gruca, P55821, here for plaintiff in this matter. As I stated, today's the date and time scheduled for our motion for summary disposition. It is our contention that the defendant has failed to state a valid defense, as well as the fact that there's no genuine issue as to any material fact. As you can see in our pleadings that were attached to our motion, we have included the loan agreement, the transaction history, which brings us to the amount that we requested in our complaint, as well as the bill of sale, which shows that my client is the correct owner at this time. Based upon all of those things, as well as the fact that Mr. Peterson's answer is simply a financial hardship statement, and although we can all empathize with that, at this point, he's asking for a remedy that the court is unable to provide to him. In addition to his failure to appear today, we would request that a judgment be entered.
Thank you. The court did have the opportunity to review the plaintiff's motion for summary disposition and does note that the answer filed by Mr. Peterson previously speaks to a loss in household income and some other household situations, but does not dispute the debt set forth in plaintiff's complaint or in plaintiff's motion. Based on that, this court will grant the plaintiff's motion for summary disposition. Attached to your motion was a proposed order granting the motion for summary disposition. The court has signed that order that
Your Honor,
provides that the defendant.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I have to interrupt. I apologize for that. The order that was attached, unfortunately, had the wrong plaintiff listed. So if I can either make a motion this morning to amend that order or submit a new one for the court to enter, whichever way you would prefer.
I prefer that you send one with the correct name. I'd rather not scratch through what you have. But what the court will do is upon submission by the plaintiff, sign an order, sign judgment in favor of plaintiff and against defendant that sets forth principal damages of $23,509.23, court cost of $200, service fee of $554.40, and statutory attorney fee of $75. You can email that to the civil department. They'll send it up and I'll sign it. Anything else, Ms. Gruca?
That's it, Your Honor. I'll get that order emailed over today.
Thank you so very much. Have a good day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you.
Mr. Drukas,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you need to speak to Mr. Brent this morning, or were you ready to proceed?
Actually, I'd spoken with him yesterday and we're ready to proceed. We have a deposition that's scheduled for the 15th. So we're, I guess sort of at my request, getting that deposition date set up. The parties will each be deposed and we're asking for an adjournment today.
Mr. Drukas, when I ask if you're ready to proceed, you say no, then you stop so I can call the case so that you don't have to repeat it. If
Sorry.
that makes sense. That's okay. This is 210787 LLT, Mohammed Musa versus Jose Arcos Nava and Miriam Juarez. Appearances, please.
John Brent on behalf of plaintiff.
Edward Drukas for the defendant.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the final pretrial. When we were last here on July 14, 2021, the parties requested 60 days discovery with written discovery, 2 depositions maximum. Today was the final pretrial. Witness and exhibit lists were due on September 28, 2021. The motions, if any, would be heard today. This court has not received any motions, has not received a witness or exhibit list. And before a case was called, Mr. Drukas was starting to indicate that the parties are not ready to proceed as there is a deposition scheduled. Correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct.
How long of an adjournment were you looking for on the final pretrial?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. The court is able to adjourn the final pretrial to November the 16th at 1 p.m. We are still on Zoom on that time, so. Other than adjourning today's final pretrial, anything else on behalf of the plaintiff?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Drukas and I discussed this yesterday and I'm in favor of this.
Anything else on behalf of the defendants?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. I'll see you back here on November 16th at 1 p.m.
Thanks. I'll give you a call
Right.
today, John.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No, Mr. Landau. Still a little early for Mr. Katz. Oh, no, Mr. Landau. Both of those were dismissed, Mary Ann. The last 2 9/15 cases were dismissed.
Yes, that's what I have.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Ms. Golston, again, your case is scheduled at 9:30. If the attorney for the plaintiff appears before then, if he needs to speak to you or if you'd like to speak to him, my secretary will put you into a breakout room. Otherwise, I'll come back out and call the case as soon as he's here, okay? Morning, sir.
Morning, Your Honor.
Did you need to speak to Ms. Golston or were you ready to proceed this morning?
I'd like to speak with her, please. Thank you.
Mary Ann will put you into a breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Francis.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm well.
You're a little early. It's 9:45 and I allow until 15 minutes after scheduled time. If
Okay.
the Foltzes appear, I'll call the case earlier. Otherwise, I'll call it at 10.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Are you here for LVNV or for Murney?
Murney.
Thank you. Lunchtime, hope people.
Nothing to go.
They're on my conference table if you want them.
Oh, okay. Great.
on the, when you're in there on the right-hand side. It's only 3 or 4 of them. This is 213208 GC Synchrony Bank versus K Goldston. This matter is scheduled for the first pretrial this morning. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. David Canine, last name spelled Canine, P61828 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Goldston, state your name for me, please.
K Francis Golston.
Thank you. As the court indicated, today is a day and time set for the first pretrial in this matter. The parties had an opportunity to speak this morning. Do we have any resolution?
Yes, we do. Parties have worked out the terms of consent judgment.
And
May
those
I,
terms would be?
Absolutely. So damages are in the amount of $4,249.30. Taxable costs in the amount of $0. Statutory attorney fee in the amount of $0. For a final judgment amount of $4,249.30. Additionally, Ms. Golston may pay the judgment in monthly installments of $50. Her first payment is due by November 15th of this year, and to follow by the 15th of each month thereafter until paid in full. Thank you.
Ms. Goldston, were you able to hear the attorney just now?
Yes, I was, yes.
And it's your agreement that a total of $4,249.30 is due and owing?
Yes,
And that you'll pay this amount at $50 per month starting November the 15th?
yes.
And Mr. Canine, are you going to submit that by consent judgment? Are you going to send it to Ms. Goldston for signature and then to the court? Or are you going to send it electronically? How are you going to submit it to the court?
I suppose however the court would like me to, Your.
Well, you can submit it 7-day. Ms. Goldston, that means that the attorney is going to mail you a copy of what he is submitting to the court. If you
Okay.
have no objections, or you agree with everything that's on the form, you don't need to do anything. After it's
Okay.
been here for 7 days, they'll send it up to me for signature and then you'll get a copy in the mail, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Canine, how soon do you think you can get that submitted?
It'll go out in today's mail, Your Honor.
Okay. Just for tracking purposes in the court, I'll say a week so that the staff knows when to look for it.
Perfect. It'll definitely be
So-
within that.
Ms. Goldston, you'll get what's called a consent judgment. It'll be a letter on the front that says it's being submitted to me for review and signature. Like I said, if there's nothing wrong with it, if you agree with the terms on it, you don't need to do anything. It'll come up to me, I'll sign it. Anything else this morning on behalf of the plaintiff?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Goldston?
No, that's it. Thank you.
We're all set, ma'am. Have a good day. You can log off now.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, did you hear?
Mary Ann, I'm scared to say it out loud, so I won't.
Don't, please don't.
I'm not. If Mr. Katz would appear, or the other side of Ms. Francis' case, or the other side of Ms. Honing's case, I'm not picky.
It seems like when you're early, it always goes late.
Sandy, are you just training Taylor, or is there something you need from us this morning?
Sorry. Sorry, Judge, I was on the phone. Yeah, we're just training Taylor. I'm just here as moral
Ken's-
support, basically.
Ken is on his way down with the few files we've done already.
Okay, thank you very much.
If there's anything we can do, I don't know what you all are looking for. So if there's anything that we can do or I can do to make it easier for Taylor or for you, let me know, please.
Well, right now I told her we just keep track of who comes into the meeting, like the name of the attorneys and that, and the people that appear. That's all we're doing. We're here if you need to ask us any questions. That's why we're here. Basically, what you do is awesome. Writing on the files. That's why I told Taylor, I said, you don't have to worry, Judge writes on the files, so you'll know. But we're just here in case you need to ask us a question, and we just like to write down the attorneys' names. You do the bar numbers, I know, which is awesome, but then we have to look them up. So if we're on here for, in case you have a question, we just write down their names. So it's no big deal. We do it just because we're on anyway, so. But Taylor is going to be with you tomorrow. She's going to be doing your dockets from now on.
Okay. I looked at tomorrow's stack and I was kind of surprised.
There have been a few dismissals that we have taken that we have not pulled off the docket yet. So Taylor will bring those up and pull those off your docket and give you a new docket. I'm sure we'll probably get more dismissals probably closer tonight for that.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Nate. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Ms. Hoeing is here. Do you need to go into a breakout room with her, or are you ready to go?
No, I think we're ready to go. This will be a quick one.
Okay, I'll let the judge know. Thank you.
Yep.
This is 212116GC, LVMV funding versus James Murney. Appearances, please.
Preston Nate, P77884, appearing for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leslie Honig, P71763, appearing for the defendant.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Last time we were here was August 3rd, 2021. Discovery open for a period of 60 days. How are we proceeding this morning, Mr. Nate?
Very good news, Your Honor. We actually did get a signed consent judgment back from Ms. Honig this morning, so we should be all set. I don't know if the court just wants me to mail this into you, or I can email it. I don't know how fast you want it, but this should all be wrapped up.
You can mail it or email it. I don't have a preference one way or the other, but what are the terms of the consent?
Sure. So I'll give you the damages and costs, but then there is a settlement amount that we will satisfy in the terms. So the total, well, I'll give you the total judgment. So we have damages $3,891.35 plus.
I'm sorry. Nope. I'm sorry. You were saying that the amount of the total judgment is how much?
So the total judgment with costs would be $4,027.55. However, the terms do include that we will satisfy the judgment once the defendant pays a settlement amount of $2,736 as follows: $114 a month starting October 28, 2021.
The total judgment is $4,027.55, but the plaintiff will accept a settlement of $2,736 paid at $114 per month beginning October 28th.
Correct. Yep. If they make their payments on time and finish making the payments up to $2,736, we will satisfy the judgment at that point.
And have you already executed the consent, or did you just reach it this morning?
No, it's signed by both parties.
Oh, if it's already signed, if you're able to either email it to the civil department or mail it in within the week.
Yeah, why don't I get that email? I can definitely mail it in, but I'm not sure it'll be there within the week, depending on how fast the mail goes. But an email address, I can get it to you this morning.
Okay. The civil department will just put it in the chat so you can see it and make note of it.
Perfect.
Anything else on behalf of plaintiff?
No, I think that's all. That's it for us on this end.
Anything else on behalf of defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is it, Sandy, is it just civil@34thdistrictcourt.com?
It came up there. I've got
No,
it.
it's dash
It
mi.org.
did? Okay.
Yeah, Taylor
mi.org,
is
thank you.
chatting, Taylor's chatting it to everyone.
No worries.
Thank
I've got it.
you.
And then I think
We're
I do
all
have a
set
10
then. I'm sorry?
I said I do have a 10 o'clock with you, so I'll just stay online and wait for that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
Judge, that 10 o'clock is here. The defendant is here. It's Ms. Young.
Thank you. Mr. Preston, do you need to speak to Ms. Young?
Yeah, I actually have no problems with that. I would love to speak with her and see if we can do something here.
Good morning, Mr. Herman.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you, sir?
I'm well too, thank you.
You are the skosh bit early.
Yeah, I know. I can wait. Yeah, I know.
It's
just got
okay. I allow 15 minutes from the scheduled start time, though.
Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll just mute myself for a minute and I'll take care of something else and I'll come back if that's okay.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Yep, I've never had anybody say that's not okay when I suggest that I mute myself. Just saying.
Ms. Young, was that enough time with Mr. Nate?
Yes.
Are the parties ready to proceed?
Yeah, I think we are.
Let me find the file. Give me 1 second. This is 211906GC LVMV funding versus Young. Appearances, please.
I have Preston Nate, P77884, appearing for LVNV funding.
State your name for me, please, ma'am.
Shakia Young.
Today is the day and time for the first pretrial in this matter. Ms. Young, I did receive the answer that you filed with the court and reviewed it. The parties have had an opportunity to speak this morning. How are we proceeding?
So I was able to talk with Ms. Young and we were able to work out a payment. She's going to go ahead and pay a lump sum settlement amount of $350 on this account by November 1st.
350?
350, yeah. The total that was due was, my computer turned off here. The total charge off of this account was $564.88. So we worked out a settlement. I've accepted that fine of $350. So she'll pay that by November 1st. So if there's any way we could actually just maybe adjourn this pretrial to a date past November 1st, I think we can get to the court of dismissal once that's paid and get that wrapped up.
We can adjourn the pretrial out to November the 16th, 2021 at 1:15 p.m.
Yeah, that should be fine. He said,
Ms. Young, you were able to hear Mr. Nate just now?
Yes.
And it's your understanding that you'll pay $350 by November 1st to settle this case in full?
Yes.
And if she pays that amount by that date, Mr. Nate, we would anticipate the filing of a dismissal of this matter?
You will, yep.
So Ms. Young, if you don't pay this amount, receive the dismissal from Mr. Nate, we'll see you back here on November 16th at 1:15 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Nate?
No, Your Honor, that's all.
Anything else, Ms. Young?
No.
Thank you so much. You both have a good day.
You too as well. Thank you.
Thank you. This is 212677 LT Integrated Property Services versus Eddie Foltz and Chris Foltz.
Good morning, Your Honor. Najat Francis on behalf of Plaintiff's Attorney of Record.
Thank you. Ms. Francis, today is the day and time set for, it says hearing, but it's actually the plaintiff's request to lift the stay. There was a stay put in place pursuant to Administrative Order 2020-17 on July 14, 2021. 83 days have now passed since the entry of that stay. Has your client received payment from Sarah funds in this matter?
No, Your Honor, we have not.
Has your office received any indication that the defendants are not eligible for Sarah funds?
I believe we have not received any further communication.
Inasmuch as this matter was scheduled for hearing this morning at 9:45 and it is now 10:01 by the court's clock, neither Eddie Foltz or Chris Foltz have appeared this morning. How do you wish to proceed, ma'am?
Your Honor, we would request a default judgment at this time.
Rent to retain possession is how much?
$3,085,
Cost?
$211 for a total of $3,296.
You said $3,085 and then $211 in cost?
Yes. So then the total does, oh, yes.
The
so
total was just
was-
off. That's what. $3,296.
Yes. I misspoke it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm having trouble reading today.
Inasmuch as the defendants have failed to appear, default judgment shall enter in the amount requested by the plaintiff. Rent to retain $3,085, cost of $211 for a total of $3,296. How long will it take you to submit the judgment?
We could email it over today, Judge. Or by
Email it
tomorrow.
over. The civil department will get it upstairs and I'll sign it. Anything else, Ms. Francis?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
We're all set, ma'am. Have a good day.
I just need the email address. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's civil@34th District Court -mi.org.
Thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
Thank you. Patricia Hill. Ms. Hill, you need to join the audio. I think this is one of the cases they got rid of Mary Ann. It looks like they moved it to November the 16th.
Oh, okay.
So, could you go into a breakout room with her and see if you can get her to connect?
Yes.
Maybe of moving her and then you can tell her that the data's been moved.
Is that at 1 o'clock, 11:16 at 1?
It's 11:16 at 9:45 a.m. I'm looking on the on the court's website.
Okay. No luck. She disappeared and now I'm bringing her back in. Maybe she can.
Okay. Mr. Munson and Mr. Canine, do you need to speak to one another regarding the Synchrony versus Taylor matter?
Brief, please.
That works for me.
Uh-oh.
Are you putting them in there? Judge?
I'm trying to get, I don't know how I got in here.
Hello?
Oh, Miss Hale, don't leave.
Okay, I was having problems with my volume.
It's not you, it's us. No, I don't know, Marianne. Ms. Hale, your case has been adjourned. You're scheduled for November the 16th at 9:45 a.m. You should have received an updated notice from the court.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
9:45.
Thank you.
Were you back or were you kicked out?
No, we're back. We're ready to go.
This is 213229 GC Synchrony Bank versus Joseph Taylor. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Canine, last name spelled C-A-N-I-N-E, P61828, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Morning, Grant Munson, P 71994 for the defendant.
Today is the day and time set for the first pretrial in this matter. The parties have had an opportunity to speak this morning. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I believe parties would benefit from a brief period of discovery, perhaps 60 days, please.
That's my
60-day adjournment, 60-day discovery. What are you doing?
Discovery preferably, Your Honor.
60 days discovery takes us to December the 6th. Final pretrial and motions, December 14th, 2021 at 9 a.m. Mr. Kanani, if you could submit an order opening discovery with the expiration date of December the 6th. The court will mail out notice setting the final pretrial and any motion hearing date on December the 14th at 9 a.m. Anything else on behalf of the plaintiff in this matter?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
nothing from me. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll see you back here on December 14th.
Sounds good. Have a nice day.
Take care.
This is 212714 LT, Southport Apartments versus Kanaya Benjamin.
Good morning, Judge Richard Herman on behalf of Southport Apartment.
Mr. Herman,
Yes.
today is the day and time set for plaintiff's request to lift stay in this matter. This
Yes.
court entered a Sarah stay pursuant to Administrative Order 2020-17 on July 7, 2021. Received the plaintiff's request to lift the stay on August 24, 2021. As of today's date, 90 days have passed since the Sarah stay entered. Notice was sent to the defendant to appear this morning, and the defendant has not appeared. There are no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room. Has your client received payment of Sarah funds in this matter?
No, Judge. I'm looking at
Has your
a,
office received?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying I'm looking at a ledger dated 10/4 and no payments have been received by anyone since May.
Has your office received any indication that the defendant is not eligible for Sarah funds?
I haven't received any indication from anyone about anything, literally regarding Sarah or otherwise.
This matter was scheduled for 10 o'clock as previously indicated. Notice was mailed to the defendant to appear by Zoom this morning for a hearing. It is now 10:15 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, how do you wish to proceed, Mr. Herman?
I'd like to seek a default judgment.
Rent to retain?
6186.91. So that's $6,186.91. Costs $154 even. So the total redemptive amount, $6,340. That's $40.91. I'd ask that a writ issue if that amount is not paid on or before October 15th, 2021.
Based on the defendant's failure to appear, the Sarah stay having been lifted. Default judgment will enter in favor of plaintiff and against the defendant with rent to retain of $6,186.91, cost of $154 for a total of $6,340.91. Writ date of October the 15th, 2021. Mr. Herman, how long will it take you to submit that default judgment to the court?
I'm working remotely right now. I should be back in my office by 1 o'clock. I can have it emailed or faxed, whichever one you prefer at that time.
Email is probably better for the civil department to track and follow, so if you can send that over.
Yep.
The notation in the file is 7 days, but if you can get it done today, perfect.
That it will be done today.
Thank you, Mr. Herman. Anything else?
No, Judge, I appreciate you.
Have a good day, sir.
And you as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Miss Butler, you're here for, thank you. I was going to say you're here for the plaintiff, but I didn't see a case number.
I just typed it in, Your Honor. Sorry for the delay. It's
That's
18
okay. Listen.
182725 GC. Monroe Community Credit Union. I think I'm a little early.
How early do you think you are?
I have noticed that the hearing is at 10:30.
I'm making that face because I don't see it on my docket at 10:30.
It's assigned to Judge Parrott, but this is the Zoom ID I was given.
It still looks like it's assigned to Judge Parrott, which means the file was not pulled, so I don't have it up here. So someone will need to retrieve 182725 and bring it upstairs. A default request against the garnishee defendant.
Yes.
They'll get the file pulled and bring it up. Like I said, I just don't see it as of yet. We'll get the other matters taken care of. And as soon as the file gets up, we'll get ready to get going.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Stratton, which two cases for, you say for Hale?
Bank of America, I believe, versus Patricia Hale.
Mr. Stratton, I'm confused. I looked on the court's site. I didn't have Ms. Hale's file for this morning. She was here previously. When I checked our website, it shows that the case had been moved to November the 16th.
Well, I saw that there was an SD filed for the 16th, but I also was informed by opposing counsel who was here the first date that there was a pretrial date 10/5. But if that's been moved also to the 16th, I wasn't aware of that, but that's fine with me, obviously.
I'm just double checking because I didn't have either file on the docket. I don't have either file in my stack this morning. The pretrial and motion in both cases were moved to November the 16th.
Okay,
at
sounds good.
9:45. Let me just, give me 1 second, sir.
I mean, I think I have those dates in my calendar for that date.
They were both moved. We'll see you back here on November 16th.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Isaac?
Your Honor, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
What are you here for?
I'm covering for pallets for Providence Harbor versus Morris, case sending in 067-1015.
I have not seen Ms. Morris, or I think it's Mr. Wood that has been.
Oh, Daryl, yeah. He's stuck in Taylor.
I haven't seen him. I usually allow 15 minutes, so we're close to 10:30, so hang around for a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you. nice noise in it. All of the doors make noises, okay. Not a problem. Ms. Butler,
Yes, Your Honor.
the file, they brought the file up and this was the issue. When they sent it up to me on September the 21st, there was an affidavit that set forth this is 182725. There was an affidavit that said that the employer was served with a notice of failure to disclose and then sent a copy of the default judgment. And then with this request for entry of judgment, the issue that I had was that the court received the May 13th default with the September request for entry of judgment.
Okay. I don't know why that would have been. Let me see when we signed it back in May. Would you like everything we served by first class certified mail? Just to ensure the employer has everything?
Have you had any communication from them?
Have not heard from them.
It's not scheduled until 10:30. I allow 15 minutes. So I'll call the case and we'll have some more conversation about it. I just wanted you to know that the file is now up here, and that was what my note was. I just had a concern about the default request for default not having been served.
Okay, I think we sent it to the court back in May. So I'm not sure why that would have taken so long to hit your desk, but I'm happy to wait a little longer to see if the employer comes.
Thank you. Mary Ann, there is, the Barrington Layfield was dismissed too, the 9:30. Oh, the 9:30 case was dismissed. I'm waiting for a case that wasn't really going.
This was just dropped off by Steve.
The plaintiff's exhibits are on my desk too, thanks.
Oh.
Nope. Thank you though. Both Mr. Katz's case were dismissed. I knew it was weird that he had not arrived as of yet. This is 212067 LT GNI 9 Harbor Club property versus Kayla Morris. Your appearance, please, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mitch Yosef, my P number 77016, standing in for the attorney of record for the plaintiff.
Thank you. This matter, let me look back here. Judgment in this case entered back on June 2nd, 2021. The court received the request for the writ to be signed outside of 56 days. So the matter was scheduled for hearing on the request for entry of the writ at that first hearing date on August 17, 2021. An occupant from the property, that being Daryl Wood, appeared with Morris from plaintiff's office. The matter was adjourned to 9/14. On 9/14, plaintiff appeared, defendant appeared. The matter was adjourned till today. And there, I don't have notes in the file of why we adjourned it again. But here we are today, scheduled for 10:15. It's now 10:30 by the court's clock. Court has not seen either Ms. Kayla Morris or Mr. Daryl Wood, who had previously appeared. There are no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room.
Your Honor, Mr. Daryl Wood, he's just an attorney that covers for plaintiff.
No.
Unless
I'm sorry.
it's a name
No,
coincidence.
no. My notes say one thing and my mouth says something else. Daryl Wood appeared with Ms. Morris back on August 17th. Thank you. And then someone else appeared on September 14th with Ms. Morris. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Derek, whatever his name is. Sorry. In any event, there is a request for issuance of an order of eviction that's been pending with the court since July. The matter was scheduled for 10:15. It's now 10:31 by the court's clock. The defendant has failed to appear in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, plaintiff requests just that the writ be signed so we can execute it.
Inasmuch as the plaintiff has failed this plan, inasmuch as the defendant has failed to appear as directed by the court, the order of eviction previously submitted is being signed. The application for order of eviction is dated July 21st, 2021, and provides that no monies have been received by the plaintiff in this matter. Does that remain true, sir?
Your Honor, I'm looking at the ledger. A payment of $480 was received on or about 9/29. That's about it. It brings the balance down a little bit, but nothing significant.
On 9/29/2021.
Yes, Your Honor.
The June 2nd, 2021 judgment provides that acceptance of partial payment of the total amount due will not prevent the court from issuing an order evicting the defendant. That being the case, although the $480 is noted, the order of eviction is signed. Anything else this morning in this matter, sir?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set. The civil department will get a copy out to you.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day. This is 212689 LT, Farhan Ahmad versus Carriage Park Community Services. Your appearance, please.
Well, good morning, Your Honor. Ron Ruark for the plaintiff landlord.
Thank you, sir. Have you had any communication with the defendant tenant, in this case, Carriage Park Community Services?
None, Your Honor. No payments have been made. He owes $12,000 now.
Judgment entered in this case on July 21st, 2021. The court received the request for eviction outside the 56 days allowed. Today marks 76 days since entry of judgment. The defendant has failed to appear at either of the previously scheduled hearings in this matter and has not appeared this morning. Today's hearing on the issuance of the writ was scheduled for 10:30. It's only 10:36, but based on the defendant's failure to present themselves at any point in these proceedings, Mr. Rourke, how do you wish to proceed?
I'm asking the court to enter the order of eviction so that we can proceed on it.
Based on the defendant's failure to appear, again, at any point in these proceedings, the court is now signing the application order of eviction that was filed with the court on August 30th and then again on September 17th, 2021. The file is going downstairs to the Civil Department for processing. Anything else in this matter, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor, very much.
Have a good day, sir.
You too, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. DeLuca.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
I am wonderful.
Good.
Have you had any communication with Mr. Reed?
No, we haven't heard anything from him.
This is scheduled for 10:30. I allow about 15 minutes from the scheduled start time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Butler.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 182725 GC Monroe County Community Credit Union versus Cameron Klosner and Klosner Construction LLC. Your appearance, please, ma'am.
Elizabeth Butler, P80956 for plaintiff.
Thank you. This matter is scheduled today for hearing on the plaintiff's request for entry of default judgment against the garnishee defendant in this matter being Klosner Construction LLC. Before the case was called just now, the court did have a brief discussion with Ms. Butler regarding the issue that caused the matter to be scheduled for hearing. The court received the plaintiff's request for entry of default judgment on September the 16th, 2021. It came upstairs for review, and this court made a note that the proposed default request and entry that was attached to the plaintiff's proposed judgment is dated May the 13th, 2021. The court did not receive it until September the 16th, 2021 as an attachment to the proposed judgment. There is, however, an affidavit from the plaintiff's office that indicates that the default request affidavit and entry to the garnishee Klosner was sent to the garnishee Klosner Construction on May the 17th, 2021. And Ms. Butler, what I was trying to say to you, convey to you earlier, was that there had been no previous request for default, so there had been no default entered in this matter by the court that could have been served upon the garnishee defendant. So I don't know if we cure it by entering the default at this point and having you mail it out to the garnishee, or has there been some change in the disclosure and withholding in this matter?
There's been no change to the disclosure, Your Honor. I'm looking at the statute relating to the procedure, and it does only require that we attach a request for entry of default when serving the employer. That's MCL 600.4012, Section 7. But if you'd like to enter the default today, we can reserve everything and send it out to the employer and then submit a judgment with new service later.
Ms. Butler, I'm smiling because the note that I sent down to the Civil Department to schedule the matter does in fact point to 600.4012, paragraph 7.
So we can really do it
issue was
either.
But the issue was the service of the proposed default on the garnishee, because there is no proof of service in the file. But if it is your assertion that the affidavit submitted by your office dated September 13th is true and accurate, this court will in fact sign the default judgment against garnishee defendant Klosner Construction LLC that shows $12,020.42 due and owing. Is that still an accurate amount, ma'am?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. Thank you.
This matter having been scheduled at 10:30, it now being 10:46 a.m. This court having no unidentified persons in its virtual courtroom or in its waiting room. Plaintiff's request for entry of default judgment against the garnishee defendant is being signed at this time. The file will go back downstairs to the Civil Department for processing. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Butler?
No, thank you, Your Honor. You have a wonderful day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you. This is 212907 GC Public Service Credit Union versus Alfonso Reed.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen DeLuca on behalf of the Plaintiff Public Service Credit Union. My P number is P70009.
Thank you, sir. Have you had any communication from Mr. Reed?
No, we haven't.
This matter is before the court this morning for hearing on the plaintiff's request for entry of judgment in the claim and delivery matter. Mr. DeLuca, the court asked the matter be scheduled for hearing as the proposed order submitted by the plaintiff indicates that the amount of the unpaid debt is $9,534.27, the approximate value of the property being $10,975. The defendant had been previously personally served with notice to appear, with the claim and delivery, and then subsequently served with a notice to appear this morning at 10:30. It's now 10:48 by the court's clock. The plaintiff has indicated no contact with the defendant. There are no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room. There's no one in the court's virtual courtroom by that name. There was something else. Do you have a copy of the complaint there with you, sir?
I can pull it up on my system here. I'll do that right now.
I just want to confirm with you that the amount of damages sought in this matter is in fact $9,534.27.
Okay, let me double check. Yes, that's right.
Inasmuch as the defendant has failed to appear or respond this morning, the court is signing the claim and delivery default judgment submitted by the plaintiff in this matter. File will go back downstairs to the civil department for processing. Anything else in this matter, Mr. DeLuca?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I might have missed that. You do have a copy of the proposed default judgment and the judgment, and that's been signed. And
Well, I'm showing you, you can't see it. That doesn't help.
all right,
I
that answers
signed it
my
already.
question. All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
Mary Ann,
Yes.
that is it until the 11 o'clock bench trial. I'm saying that is it like it's a far away. It's only 10 minutes off. I'm going to bring these last two civil files to you and grab the other file. Hopefully, Mr. Robinson and Mr. Bogart will be here soon. So Mr. Robinson with no audio, is that what we're doing now? Okay. So Mary Ann, I talked to Fred this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I was moving that thing. It was annoying. And he said that those boxes on the officer's desk are Al Hammond thing. He doesn't know he doesn't know what the other cords are beyond the amplifiers. Hold on.
Judge?
Mr. Robinson?
Oh, Judge, you know what? I couldn't, my computer wasn't allowing me to unmute or stop the video. So I just started pressing buttons. And it looks like it worked.
It worked, and
I-
Mr. Bogart joined while you were trying to connect, so that was wonderful.
I panicked for a second there, so.
Don't panic. If all else fails, you can just run over here.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Bogart and Mr. Robinson, did you need an opportunity to speak this morning, or are you ready for trial?
Judge, I think if you could put Mr. Bogart and I in a breakout room, I think I have a resolution that will make everyone happy.
Well, Your Honor, anytime Mr. Robinson says that, I'm either leery or hopeful. So Mr. Robinson and I know each other pretty well. So, Your Honor, I'd be pleased to meet with him and speak with him.
Mary Ann opened the breakout room. She'll move you into
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna put, is your clients in the lobby, Mr. Robinson?
No, she's right. Oh, she's right here.
Do you want us all in there or do you want just you and me?
Yeah, why don't just you and me go?
Okay.
Back in the car.
I apologize, Deborah.
It's okay.
See? Okay.
See, Mary Ann, don't fall for it. They tease us with that. We can resolve it if we only get a chance to talk to each other.
I was all geeked too.
You're a geek to have a trial?
That's how pathetic I am.
No, listen, it's fine.
It's an interesting to me that the case seemed a little like, what's going on here?
It's just nice to have a civil docket. Civil not being nice, but civil being, you know what I mean, subject matter.
Mhm.
But we received the exhibit, the proposed exhibits. I was ready. Was that sufficient time or did you need more time?
Judge, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I said, was that sufficient time or
Yeah,
do you need
yes.
more time?
Nope, I'm fine. Just give me 1 minute here, okay? If we could, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Judge, I must say, I'm happy that you kept your maiden name. I think when you go on the website or on the 34th District website, it comes up Lisa Robinson Martin.
Well, the problem was when we got married, I was practicing with another attorney with the same last name, of Martin, and people confused us. And if I had just switched to Martin right away, I think people would have been even more confused.
Oh, I think I gotta leave meeting.
I wasn't entertaining for him. He left.
Whoops.
I'm sorry. I was trying to be a little bit more festive. Oh, it's Taco Tuesday. Maybe I should be singing and offering toppings.
Sorry about that, Marianne. That was my bad.
I told Marianne my story was too boring. You left. So
The other attorney is gone now.
well, I forgot to ask him. He said he needed 1 minute, and I always ask a real minute or an attorney minute. So that was my fault. It has been quite the morning, Marianne.
Yeah, really, it was kind of running, it's been running smoothly until Steve got here, but everything else was cool.
Are you kidding me? I'm making it smoother.
What happened to Mr. Bogart? That's not good.
That's what I said, if we lost him.
What I heard you and I expected him to try to come right back.
Sorry, I think we kept losing connection.
It's okay. Mr. Robinson's on his way back in. We're back on the record in 213305 LT. Deborah Hensley and versus Cynthia Katie.
And Your Honor, David
Your
Bogart
appearances,
agreeing on
please.
behalf of Deborah Hensley, who is seated and present in my office to my right. She consents to appearing via Zoom and waives her physical appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Steve Robinson appearing on behalf of Cynthia Katie, who's sitting to my left.
Today is the day and time set for the Zoom bench trial in this matter. Before the parties went to the breakout room, I indicated that the court had received the proposed exhibits in the morning in this matter, and the parties indicated that a resolution was possible. Have you reached such a resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. After being in a breakout room, Mr. Robinson and I had an opportunity to speak together on this. And then I had an opportunity to speak to my client as well. I understand the resolution would be judgment would be entered today for possession on behalf of my client. And in exchange, Mr. Robinson's client would remain in the home and vacate on October 25th.
And that's the entirety of the agreement between the parties for this purpose?
It is at this time, Your Honor, although I was reminded that Mr. Robinson, I don't know if you and I had an opportunity to speak to the matter of regarding any appliances. Our understanding, what is your understanding regarding washer, dryer, refrigerator, stove, and dishwasher?
Is that staying with the house?
No, I'm taking it.
I believe the dishwasher is built in. I think that's a fixture and would stay.
Yeah, Judge, one of the issue is that I'm actually handling the estate for the co-joint tenant that passed away. So I believe she's going to be taking the appliances, Judge, except for, I agree, anything that's a fixture that Mr. Bogart had indicated that typically stays with the house.
So she's taking washer, dryer, refrigerator?
Michael?
That's for
Not the refrigerator? Okay, just what?
so
Just the stove?
Yeah.
You sure?
soap and the washer and dryer.
The stove and the washer and dryer. The stove and the washer and dryer.
Okay. And then the
Is
refrigerator.
that your understanding, Mr. Bogart?
Yes, and you agree to that, correct?
Yes, yes.
So the dishwasher obviously stays, and then the refrigerator would stay. Yes, that's my understanding of it, Your Honor.
Just so we're all on the same page, the understanding is that a judgment will enter for plaintiff to take possession of the property when the defendant vacates on or before October 25th, 2021. Defendant, in addition to removing her personal property, will take the clothes washer, the clothes dryer, and the stove.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct, Judge.
And that's the entirety of the agreement, Mr. Bogart?
It is.
And Ms. Hensley, that's your understanding as well?
Yes.
The other property.
And Mr. Robinson, that's the entirety of your agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
And Ms. Katie, that's your understanding as well?
Yes.
Anything else in this matter on behalf of Ms. Hensley?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of Ms. Katie?
Judge, I'm just going to instruct my client to drop the keys off here at the office, and then I can contact Mr. Bogart and Ms. Hensley can come and pick them up. That's probably the easiest way. If that's-
Who's
And I have no
preparing the
objection.
judgment?
I have no
Okay.
objection for that at all, Your Honor. And I believe that Ms. Hensley is going to contact you, Mr. Robinson, for an appraiser again,
Yes.
and then give him some notice, a couple of days' notice.
Oh, definitely.
And then I think Mr. Robinson and I were going to informally contact each other regarding maybe a few articles of personal property that Ms. Hensley's father may have had, although that can't be a part of this judgment, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Robinson and I are going to try to facilitate something informally.
My question is, who's preparing the judgment?
I can prepare the judgment.
Thanks, Dave.
And how soon could the court expect it?
I could have it within the next couple of days, Your Honor, but before the end of the week.
I'll say a week from today.
Okay.
And if the court hasn't seen it, in probably 2 or 3 weeks, you'll get something from the civil department indicating either no progress docket or rescheduling this matter.
No, I'll make sure we get it, Your Honor. This was my third today. I had a VOP at 10 and a hearing at 9, so it's been, that's why I say I'll get it. I'll get it, Your Honor.
So judgment submitted to the court on or before October 12th, giving possession of the property to the plaintiff with the defendant to vacate by October 25th and remove the clothes washer, clothes dryer, and stove. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Bogart?
Nothing from us, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We are all set. Everyone have a good afternoon. Mary Ann, we're off the record.
You too,
Thank you,
Judge.
Your Honor. You and your staff have a good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Robinson, I'll be in touch.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Deborah.
Thank you.